Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to do a turn on one foot. As we get more advanced in our dancing, it becomes more and more frequent that we do moves where we need to either do a half or a whole or up to a turn and a half on one foot. And it's a subject that perplexes a lot of people. We end up off balance, we feel discouraged and frustrated. So I wanted to make this video today to demystify the turn and let us know exactly which steps we need to take in order to be able to turn and stay on balance. So I'm really excited to share this subject with you because I know it's one that a lot of people struggle with, and we're going to get right into it. I just want to remind you to give this video a like and subscribe to my channel so that you can see more helpful tips like these. Now let's get dancing. Okay, so let's get right into how to do a turn on one foot. Whenever I'm teaching this subject to my students, I always start with a quarter turn and then a half turn and then a whole turn, just so that you can start to learn the dynamic of what you need to do in your body in order to achieve the turn. Sometimes when you think about doing an entire turn on one foot, we get overwhelmed just with the thought of that, and we start to do things in our body that will take us off balance. So we're going to start this with just a quarter turn. So put one foot in front. And now, unlike the three-step turn that I talk about in another video, in this turn we're going to start with our upper body. So in the three-step turn I had you all start with your hips and finish with the upper body. Now we're going to do the opposite. We're going to start from the waist up and finish the turn from the waist down. So our hips and our feet are always going to work together, and our chest and shoulders are going to work separately. So I'm going to step forward on one foot, and now I'm going to turn in the direction of the foot that I'm standing on, and then I'm going to allow my hips to come around to where my chest is facing. So I step, I turn my chest, and then I allow my feet and my hips to come around so that I end up in neutral. And we'll do the same thing on the other foot now. I step, I turn my chest, and I finish the turn with my feet and my hips. So like I said in the three-step turn video, anytime that we're trying to rotate, we need to create some kind of corkscrew action or some torque in our body. So we're winding up and then we are releasing, and that release action is what creates the bulk of the turn. So now we're going to do the same thing with a half turn. So I'll step forward, I'll turn my chest, and then I'm going to turn my hips and my feet to create a 180 turn. And then I'll do the other foot. So I step forward, I turn my chest, and then I allow my feet and my hips to come around. So another thing that we need to know, actually a mistake that I just made, which you'll be able to see if you go back and watch, is we start the turn with our chest, but that doesn't mean that our chest stops turning when the hips and the feet start to turn. The chest is going to continue to rotate until we've achieved our desired amount of rotation, and the hips are just going to catch up. They're going to come around a little bit later. So a common mistake, and like I said, the one that I just made, is we'll turn our chest and then we'll leave our chest behind and turn our hips, which as you can see is not an effective way to rotate. But it's something that our body just naturally does to try and stop our momentum, because our body doesn't naturally want to be spinning around. So I'm going to step forward, I'm going to rotate my chest, and then as my hips come around, I'm going to continue to rotate my chest until I reach my desired rotation, and I'll do that again. Step, turn, and finish. And as you can see, just like I said in the three-step turn video, I am going to finish my turn on an angle. I'm going to allow my hips and my shoulders to continue to rotate past my feet, because if I don't do that, if I try and stop here, it has a very inorganic, very stiff look to it, and a lot of times when we try to do that, our arms are going to continue to rotate and then we end up off balance. So although our feet are going to slow down, our about 1/8 of a turn more than my feet to give a nice, natural, confident finish to that turn. So now let's try using this technique to do an entire turn. So we're going to step forward. I'm going to turn my chest first, keep allowing my chest to rotate as my hips and feet catch up. So I go chest, hips, and as you can see, I do my 1/8 of a turn with my hip and shoulder at the end, and the other side, I go chest, hips, and again, chest, hips, and step, chest, hips. Now as you can see, the larger the quantity of rotation I'm doing on one foot, the more I'm going to wind up. So generally, when we're doing a turn on one foot, when we're dancing, we will have some kind of natural wind up that will come before that turn. So when you're practicing at home, if you're just doing a quarter turn, it's fine to do it with no wind up because you don't need it. But when you start to get up to one turn, or even if you're trying to do a turn and a half, you want to prepare by turning in the opposite direction of where you're going to be going so that you get a little bit extra momentum to help you get around. And again, making sure that that momentum is started with your sternum and finishes with your hips. So it's one last thing. A lot of people will start with their shoulders and take everything around at the same time, which is what I call a block turn. It is possible to do a block turn and remain on balance, but it's usually just a matter of luck. So we really want to make sure, like I'm looking at the button of my pants here, when I turn my chest, the button of my pants stays because then I'm creating that torque in my body, and then the releasing of that is what is going to allow me to do a seamless turn and remain grounded and on balance. So those are my tricks for achieving a beautiful, seamless turn on one foot. As always, I recommend that you practice, practice, practice. Do it slow. Do a quarter turn first, do a half turn second, and then work on getting a full turn or a turn and a half. Like everything, it takes time and it takes practice. So really be diligent about it and you will be able to achieve your goals. If you found that this video was helpful, please give it a like and share it with a friend who dances, and subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss more content.